Kris, you know what I didn't have on my bingo card?
What?
Lord and Miller doing an Archie movie.
Dude, I'm so weirdly excited about this.
Crazy. So check this story out. So Lord and Miller set a live action Archie movie. Who even knew about Archie? That is this new generation. Anybody knew about this Archie? I don't know. Spiderverse franchise Lego movie directors Phil Lord, Christopher Miller are set to produce a live action film based on the Archie comics. Who's going to play Veronica? That's what I want to know. Comic book writer Tom King is penning the screenplay for the film, which has been set up at Universal Pictures and will also be produced by Anita Sud, Emma Watts, and John Goldwater. Get those Smurfs out of there. Get out of there. Lord and Miller say in a statement, "We are longtime fans of Archie, Veronica, Betty, and the gang in all their iterations. When we heard Tom King's take on the classic material, we instantly thought this made sense as an event movie for all audiences, both lifelong fans and a whole new generation. We're so excited to bring these beloved characters to the big screen." Over 3 billion copies of Archie comics have been sold over the past 85 years. Yeah, but how many in the last 10? With multiple characters have been translated to the screen in works such as the CW's Riverdale, Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the Josie and the Pussycats film, the Katie Keene series, and more. Project will come after Lord Miller's next film, Project Hail Mary, which opens in cinemas in March next year. Pair are also busy at work on Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is set for June 2027. The source is from the Insider, Jeff Schneider, and the Hollywood Reporter. Okay, so to me, this seems like, okay, and Tom King, correct me if I'm wrong, is also Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, correct?
I believe so. Let me double check that for you.
Double check that. I think so. But I keep hearing this guy's name more and more and more and more and more.
Yep, that's him.
Okay, so more people are loving this guy. And so now he's writing the screenplay and he's making that transition from doing those types of things. And he pitches Archie. To me, this seems like, oh, this can be our Barbie, is what it seems like from when I hear that type of pitch. So people are loving what he's doing. They're loving what Lord and Miller are doing as producers. So I don't know what the story is going to be, but I like the team. And to me, that's always the most important. If you're going to tell me, look at the studio, right? And the Kool-Aid movie and how they put all that stuff together. If you have a package with a team, no matter what the premise is or what the IP is, if you have the right team and you have the right people involved that are going to make it entertaining, I truly believe anything can work. Now, not anyone can make it work, but anything can work. And this might be one of those situations. How do you feel about it?
I completely agree with that. I love Lord and Miller. I think they have just such a fun style. I love how they write. I love how they think. I love how they execute things. And I think Archie is a really interesting thing for them to explore. I'm going to age myself here. When I was a kid, you could get the Archie digest in the checkout at the grocery store. And I would always make my mom grab them for me. And I'd get Archie, Betty Veronica, and Cheryl Blossom. And it was one of my kind of first forays into comic books, was having those right there and picking them up. And then eventually I went off to a comic book store and went, oh, there's so many more comics. Right. I think this is fun, good or bad, however you feel about, Riverdale, it was huge. It was a phenomena. And those first few seasons were really fun. They were dark and twisted, and a really interesting kind of take on the comics. And then they got a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for me. When everyone got superpowers and got weird. Some other people loved that. But I think you have a lot of stuff you can do there and explore. It's always, coming of age stories always do well, but there is just this kind of timelessness and earnestness to Archie that's lovely. But I could also be really biased here. One of the few VHS tapes my grandma had was Return to Riverdale with Christopher Rich. So I watched that movie on loop and used to do like the Jughead rap version of Sugar Sugar, which is terrible. But I loved it on my heart.
Do you know how old I was when I found out there was any correlation between Riverdale and Archie? I found that out about 10 minutes ago.
What?
I know nothing about Archie, and I know nothing about that show. So I had no idea that Riverdale had anything to do with Archie until just now.
Yeah, it was just kind of this dark look at it, which they've done comics of too, where they've done Archie zombie comics and Archie murder comics. And obviously the Chilling Tales of Sabrina was a spinoff from that because she lives in a town over from Riverdale. Yeah, there's a lot you can do here. And I feel like Archie is kind of every guy's hopeful scenario of, man, I wish that the girl next door and the hot popular girl and
Yeah.
then this other kind of firecracker all wanted me.
Right.
I think that all of us wanted to like be one of those characters, and everyone had a favorite. So I think you can do a lot there.
And you said, and that's why definitely even hearing you talk about it more, in fact, they have done iterations of it. I think we're gonna get more in that Barbie vein. I really do. I think that was the
Yeah.
pitch. I think that
You
was the
throw
pitch.
Josie and the Pussycats in there too with them. Come on, there's so
I
much
had
you
no
can
idea
do.
that. I had no idea that was a part of it either. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm interested to see it. And Lord and Miller bringing this to life with Tom King. It sounds interesting. What do you guys think? Do you like the team that's attached to this? Could you give two shits whether or not they do Archie? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Clips channel. Let's get that Clips channel popping. I don't know if I could rave about trade any more than I do, but man, let me try because I love it. Summer's over now. Oh, it's getting to be over. And so I'm just locked into this morning routine, and I love trade coffee. I really do look forward to wake up in the morning and go, whoa, trade coffee, here we go. They recommend beans that I love. They know me well enough now, and they ensure that they're roasted to order. They ship them fresh to my door. I've gotten so many great coffees. I would have definitely never found these at the grocery store. There's no way. And every cup is really perfect. I just love it. It's so damn satisfying. Trade Coffee is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S. for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. They've sourced the best beans from over 50 top roasters across the U.S. They even have easy-to-use curated gear so you can brew at home with better flavor and value than any cafe or bottled cold brew. I'm telling you, it's like my morning routine. I have Trade. I don't. If you know my show, you know how much I love Trade. It's just the best. The bags that they send are great. I have I'm able to. I grind the beans. I love them, and I've never gone back. Right now, Trade is offering 50% off a 1-month trial, but you got to go to drinktrade.com/Kristian. That's drinktrade.com/Kristian. Get 50% off 1 month. Drinktrade.com/Kristian. Go there. Tell them that we sent you. Love Trade Coffee. I love Trade Coffee.